It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers. Rocket Arm quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Panthers. And it's all up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran from Western Kentucky. It's Mike White.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Finding room across midfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. White. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the left side, hauled in by Legette. And he will score. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. It's his third touchdown on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
His kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 7, 49ers nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And
to the goal line and in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now White. That one complete to Pierce. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The motion man is Sanders. To throw is White. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Here's White. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Hubbard. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing is White. That's complete to McLeod. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down. Here's White to throw. That one complete to Leggett. And he's in. Xavier Leggett, touchdown Carolina. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point is good. Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. Yeah! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A toss left side caught by his running back. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Gray brought in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
The motion man is Sanders. And this one is caught by Pierce.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll work this down inside the 35. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. The motion man is Sanders. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make this.
White loses the football. The Niners have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Garenda. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. 1 quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So Kittle comes in motion. On first down, here's Garendo. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
He'll look to throw. And he gets back to Hardman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This throw left side caught by Kittle. They'll work now on second and 4.
17-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll give it to Garendo. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. So Kittle comes in motion. On the ground, it's Garendo. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
The 2-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now fourth and goal.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Seibert's kick is good. And the Niners are back within 4 at 14-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll motion over Pierce. Back to throw. White. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 33-yard line. A big play on that one. And even 30 yards.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of sure tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
The motion man is Sanders. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw there, caught by Legette. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends in motion right. White. That into the hands of Hubbard. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll run with Hubbard. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Panthers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point is up and through. And the Panthers are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. In motion is Hill. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. That's going to be caught by Gray. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
That's good for A.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less.
A hit, and he has lost the football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll motion over Pierce. Now White. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is White. That'll be caught by McLeod. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's White. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately with his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
This one, returnable. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So we are at halftime, and the visiting Panthers are out on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. A touchdown run for Kenneth Walker. From there, let's head down to Nevada to check in on the Raiders in Las Vegas. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Bo Nix. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Xavier Worthy, a touchdown catch in the victory. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Hardman now to return it. and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here comes Garenda. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his tight end, Kittle. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8. And that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And he will go all the way. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is White. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 16 yards.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's White to throw. Oh, they are on him in a crash, and he's lost the football. The Niners have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That's complete to Pearsall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers will cut the deficit down to 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense, and their running back set to go once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They motion a receiver right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's second and 9. Shotgun snap and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jair Brown on the tackle. Here's third and 7. Back to throw. White under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. 49ers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he gets that to Hardman. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll look to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion, and a wasted down.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The 49ers out for the punt. Take it in, back at his own 12. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. White. And this will be incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Slot receiver headed right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the give, it's Hubbard. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Panthers.
Now White. That one taken in right side by Legette. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
To throw is White. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown Carolina. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
No problem there on the extra point. Panthers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4.
Third and 4.
And that is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make him cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll run it here with Hubbard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Here's White. That's complete to McLeod. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They're able to convert on third and short, picking up 4. Slot man in motion right. Throwing is White. He'll get this to McLeod. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Here's Hubbard. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. Here's White to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
That'll be caught by McLeod. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. A run with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal. White from the pistol. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Panthers 31, 49ers 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The 49ers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll come up for second and 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. He's got it! And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 52 yards. Now, first and goal. They'll look to throw again. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Isaac Guerendo. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the 49ers have cut the deficit to 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Xavier Legette headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Another run here with Hubbard. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down. They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll motion over Pierce. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. He's going to take a shot down the field. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
That's going to be caught by Gray. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.